see, first, error in product. Suppose we have two physical quantities A and B, and their measured values with errors are A plus or minus delta A and B plus or minus delta B. Suppose the physical quantity Z is defined as A into B. So now Z plus or minus delta Z equal to A plus or minus delta A into B plus or minus delta B. Now left hand side as it is. Simplify this right hand side. So A into B plus or minus delta A into B plus or minus A into delta B plus or minus delta A into delta B. Now divide both the side by Z. So left hand side is divided by Z, right hand side is divided by Z. Okay. But Z that is equal to A into B. So keep Z left hand side as it is, and on right hand side replace Z by AB. Then after left hand side, Z by Z that is 1 plus or minus delta Z by Z we can write. Similarly here, divide this each term on right hand side by AB. So AB upon AB1, then delta AB upon AB, BB cancel, so delta A by A plus or minus A into delta B upon AB, A cancel, so delta B by B, delta A into delta B upon AB. But here the absolute error in individual observation, that is very small, and the true values are comparatively large one. Therefore, for this last term, delta A into delta B, that will be again very small, and A into B, that will be very large. It implies that this last term can be neglected compared to other terms. And this 1, 1 from both the sides will be cancelled. So now, neglecting this term delta A into delta B upon AB, we can write resultantly plus or minus delta Z by Z equal to plus or minus delta A by A plus or minus delta B by B. Therefore, if we think about the maximum possible error, then we can write delta Z by Z equal to delta A by A plus delta B by B. But see here, delta A by A, that is what? Delta A, that is absolute error in A, and A, that is the true value. So absolute error upon true value, that is called relative error. So delta A by A, that is relative error in A, delta B by B, that is relative error in B, and delta Z by Z, that is relative error in Z. So we can say this thing: in multiplication of physical quantities, the relative error in the final result, that is equal to the summation of relative errors in individual quantities. Clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good.